Hello everyone, it's Rune of Red and welcome back to the Banner Saga. Well, it's been a while, it's been a really busy past week. Hope you had a good week, hope you had a good day. Last I left off, we were with, we had just talked to Oddleif, or she talked to us rather, and gave us the banner. And we were going to find out more about what happened there. And, yeah, I did record this episode once before. I won't say what happens, but it was kind of crazy. But I might cut it down a little bit. Anyway, alright, here we go. We'll talk to Oddleif. So, hope you've been well. Here we go. Sorry, I have a bit of a head cold going on here, but okay. How are you doing, Odd? How are you? Hey, who? How are you doing, Odd? I'm alright. Not at first. Sometimes when a loved one dies, people say it doesn't sink in for a while. It sunk in for me right away. People tell me that I'm a strong woman. It's funny. My father named me Oddleif before I was even born. He wanted a boy so badly. Strong woman. What does that even mean? Well, I mean, it means knowing what is right, I guess. It's any strong individual would say that. But I guess it would be because people look up to her. Don't take this the wrong way, but I don't want to be known for handling my feelings. If I feel nothing about my husband dying, people think I'm strong. If I cry because my insides feel like they're on fire, I'm weak. Why does that feel so backwards? I'm sorry, Rook. It's been hard. You're not sure what to say. In the many years you've known the chieftain's wife, this is probably the most you've ever talked. You asked me to come find you? Yes, it's about the banner. I've thought about it for a long time. He asked me to give it to you, you know, if something happened. Why me? He always depended on you. He always depended on you, Rook. It should be mine. I could carry it. But I thought about why he named you. I get it. They won't follow a woman. Families would leave. Our banner would be divided. I think they would follow you. Come on, Rook. This isn't the time for pretend. It's not just about our small town. What happens the first time we need something from another clan? How will that go? And the first time someone thinks they can take advantage of us? I think this is what has to happen. Maybe this is what it means to be a strong woman. Maybe not. Who are we to say? She looks sideways, eventually giving over a timid smile. I'm not sure if that's the dumbest thing I've heard or the sweetest. Listen, I know I dragged this out. The truth is, my husband and I could never have a child. I don't want our banner to end here. It'll be safe with you and a lad. I know you're going to take care of her. She puts her hand on your shoulder as she heads back to the camp. And morale has improved. So, you may have noticed the day has gone up by one. Yeah, I had to start from, like, way back at Frostvellr. So, yeah, it's been a while. But we're going to rest a little bit more. Why not? There you go. Let's give it maybe another day. We still have 16 days worth of supplies. We're just outside Frostvellr. Not that that's a good situation, but you'll see that. Anyway, here we go. I've missed this. At a small split in the trail, a few fighters stopped to speak with you, each carrying a single pack. Hold on a second. There you go. It just occurred to me I had the volume all the way up on my my headphones. Anyway, we recognize this place, one man says. Spent several years here before with some kin. If they're still around, we have to warn them of what's coming. With luck, we'll find you again in less than a week. Well, I guess they're free to do whatever they want. They want to join us. We're just looking out for ourselves in the end of it. Wish the fighters well. You nod your understanding. Keeney skin, you say. Do what you must to protect them. The man claps you on the shoulder and the fighters depart. Okay. So we're on our way. We lost some fighters, but I don't think that's a huge deal for us. Complaints of Frostvellr's excessive drinking have resurfaced. Oh, this guy. This time, the man stumbled over some tent ropes, pulled the snag canvas through a campfire, nearly setting the supply wagon aflame. Sheesh! Clansmen put out the fire on both the wagon and Frostvellr's leg before leading him to you. I mean, last time we tied him up, I think. This time, I don't know. I think we're gonna ban him. You'll rest and drink away from. You'll rest and drink away from everyone until you learn to control yourself. You tell the man. The caravan approves of your decision until Frostvellr disappears one evening. When you finally find him, it's a corpse at the bottom of a steep ravine. He must have stumbled into it. He was a nuisance, but nobody wanted to see it end like this. Well, dang! Jeez! That got dark. Well, glad we rested up there for a few days. And there's Frostvellr. And now we get to hear an actual voiceover.
Once a strong, thriving city, the walls of Frostvellr now just keep the howling winds at bay. With luck, they'll hold out against Dredge as well.
Here's hoping. The voice actors are, as always I say, always on point. Rook's is perfect. You jostle through the follow crowds of sunken faces who appear as though they've been freezing in front of Frostvellr for days. The gates are closed. You come to a stop at the bottom of the hill. This is not looking good. Why are there so many people in the fields? We can't stay outside in the open like this. Oddly finds you amongst the many refugees. Look, I just talked to some of the women here. Nobody has been let into the city. Why? It's overrun with Vara from Bladsbalka, Greyhorn, people from Bitra. All the nearby villages. The Dredge are everywhere. And the chieftain of Frostvellr has locked himself in his great hall. That's when they close the gates. When the Dredge come, these hills will turn red. We have to get in there. Well, I mean, you're not wrong. But I want to know more about what's going on in there. I see a lot of people gathered around the rest houses and the gates. We could find out what they know. How would we get in anyway? They've closed the gate. I can get the gate open. Let's see if there's any other way before we start breaking down gates. I wasn't going to break it. Just push really hard. I love Hyper. He's just a joy. Okay, so basically, yeah, this is our situation. We've been stuck here, and it's not a good situation. So, first things first, let's go to the gate. As you approach the gate, where hundreds of people have gathered, the trodden, bloody space in front of the doors, several pin-cushioned bodies lie unclaimed, as though they simply belong there. I know I butchered that up, but I think I held it well. Archers up on the walls make it clear that nobody will be getting in. Men and women below intermittently call for mercy and reason when they're not flinging stones and curses. Find out more from the crowd. You spend an hour talking to different people who all have the same story. A couple of days ago, the chieftain shut himself in, closed the gates, and refused any more refugees. They've got huge stores of supplies in there too, adds one man. They're just hoarding them. Egil pulls you aside. I was following outside these walls, he says. And there's a water passage we could squeeze through, I think. Not the whole caravan. But if a handful of us get in, we might open the gates from the inside. Let's shout at the guards. We're from Skogar! Open the gates! You shout at the archers, not expecting much. You get as much response as you expected. Yeah. The archers up on the walls make it clear nobody will be getting in. Yeah, so we already read that. Leave the gates and try something else. You leave the crowds and head back down the hill. There are a lot of people gathered around the rest houses, says Oddleaf, pointing. Maybe we could find help there, or at least make ourselves useful. Okay. So let's rest. You spend a whole day at the rest houses. Everyone gives you the same story. The chieftain just shut himself in his great hall and closed the gates. There are a lot of wounded people here. Says Olette. We could help them. Egil pulls you aside. I followed the outside passage of the... Yeah, we already know this. I think we should help the people outside. Tend to the wounded. Ella and Oddleaf spend the day along with the others in your caravan treating wounds, most of which came from the archers at the gates. I overheard from one woman that the city has been sending carts with food around, Oddleaf tells you. Could be a way in, Ivor replies. Next time they send a cart, we bring it back in. Oddleaf protests. Aside from leading to a fight, it would probably mean no more food for the refugees. We'll wait and confront them. Keep your sword down until you need it, you tell Ivor. We make a deal unless they're looking for a fight. Early the next day, you spot another cart leaving the gates of the city. After they've thrown their scraps to the refugees, you approach. Stop. My friend wanted to talk with you. It's not what I wanted. Think I can guess why. If we knew there were more fighters than Varl out here, Ekkel might have brought you into the city. Well, who's Ekkel? He's in charge up there. In charge of what? Better let him explain. Alright, let's go. He nods. You follow him back up to the gates, where they open the doors for you. A man clad in black approaches you as you step inside. What in the depths is this? The man orders his guards to get the doors closed again before more refugees notice. You said you wanted more fighters. You heard about the chieftain? We heard he's hiding out in the Great Hall. Oh, really? Think you mean he's hiding out in a grave? He's eating worms, if that wasn't clear. What happened in here? Ivor says. Soon as they heard Dredge were coming, anyone who couldn't swing an axe got one to the head. That's the short story, anyway. At least 3 clans are worrying over turf and food. And the worst are godforsaken Varl. He eyes Ivor and shrugs with exaggeration as if he's only stating the obvious. We're in more danger here than out there? Look, I was in charge here before things went to crap. You've got some people who can fight. You've got your own Varl. That counts for something. I can keep your flock safe in the Great Hall. You fight for me and to take back Frostvellr. I don't take sides. Too hard to tell when the good guys have become the bad. Fine. Cut these sheep loose and watch your own asses. What do I care? All I want to do right now is get off the damn streets. Think carefully about what you want. I think we'll fend for ourselves inside Frostvellr. You can feel Ekkel sizing you up on the spot, his hand hovering near his axe. He snores through his nose, changing his mind. Good luck then. Hope we don't meet again, fighting for the same scraps. With the gates closed, Echo and his men disappear down dark alleys. Hope we know what they're doing. Making it up as we go, Ivor. And that's the end of chapter 2. We'll have to begin chapter 3, but after that, we'll call it there. So here we are at Frostvellr, and we are back on our way over across the map, the beautiful map, to Frostvellr. That's right. And we are going to Hakon. Oh, Mogar, I forget his voice. I might just make it up as we go. Hakon, we are back. I was able to get as many warriors from Strand as you wanted and more weapons. Extra supplies too. You perk up, just now realizing Mogar has been talking to you. Since Wagner died, everyone has been looking to you to make the decisions. It's exhausting. Hakon? I heard you. I was saying the Varos sent to the Strand have returned. The governor gave us most of what we wanted. Good enough. Much resistance from the governor. Some. I don't think he was happy about buying his fighters using his own money. He also insisted we take on a lackey of his to watch over his property. A man named Eric. Hey, Eric's back. Eric? I've met him. He seemed competent enough. Regardless, the governor will have to get over it. Unless he wants Judge calling up through his streets. We've put down every slag that has wandered through here while you were gone. Enough flapping of the mouths then, says Luden. You're sure that wound is healed, Luden? Bugger says. I agree. Enough has already gone wrong. If something happens to the prince on a mission of peace, the alliance would rot. Or worse. We can't just send him away. This kid's kind of a brat. And that might sour things if we send him away. I say, let's make him choose his own choices. We would only be made to do this again later, and I will not suffer at all a second time. Either take us through the wandering road, or do your job and slaughter some dredge. Luden turns abruptly with a scowl. He stamps back to his ring of tents and fowlers. Wandering road's not an option with this many. I could crush that boy's skull with one hand. If Luden won't be deterred, you'll have to deal with it. Don't let Luden get to you. Let's go. I'm sick of looking at this dump. What do I tell the other warriors, Hakon? Tell them we'll cover the mountainside in dredge bodies. Good. Give the word and we'll set off. Alright. And we'll end it there. So I guess it is the same length as last time. So there you go. Hey, alright. And less surprises. So anyway. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please leave a like. If you disliked it, please leave a dislike. And if you want to see more from me, please subscribe. We really appreciate it, and the more that people that subscribe, the more I can help out. So, all right, hey, thank you very much, and have a great day, great evening, and as always, I'll catch you next time. Adios.